Here we go, first ball of this must-win battle for both these teams. One of these teams will be playing Carlton in the final. Who will it be? First runs on the board for Charanjit, so a sigh of relief for him. Gets off the mark. He's had his troubles, isn't he? The Ducks in this week after scoring 144 in a day. It then was followed by a hat-trick of Ducks. This one goes through. Then you've got not the best of shots. Quite a lazy looking shot, really. It's one of those where you think he's missed it, but if he did get it, I don't think it would have done anything but just go to a fielder. Big appeal, and he's got him. Bashar Ali. Now he got those troubles today continue. That's back-to-back ducks for him. Now he lasted 2 balls first time round, and it's only 2 balls this time as well. It's a sad day. And just have a look at this. That cuts back in, and this is all about if that is going to go on and hit the stump. Look, he does shuffle across, and yeah, I think that's a fair enough call for me. I think that's the things that Anand Shub would have been thinking about in his mind. He would have thought about it, and he does, and eventually he says, yep, that's going to go on the hit. Finger goes up, and the captain, Nadi Gotla, has to make his way back for a 2-ball duck. Brescia strike first in this must-win affair. Welcome to you, our global cricket audience, wherever you are tuning in from. Cricket lovers around the world, I know, are enjoying what the Champions League of Cricket has brought you, coming to the end of the 3rd week. Halfway stage, that's all it is. We've still got 2 more weeks of group cricket to come, so we'll find after today 2 more group champions before we go into finals week. Bashar Ali once more. Oh, that's an absolute peach. Oh, and the hero Anand for Cluj in that titanic battle against Carlton. He made 69 in that one, and he almost was the hero. Well, from hero to villain in no time. What a beauty this is, and well, it's Mr. Evergreen. Old is gold, as I say. Bashar Ali gets right through the defences of Anand, and he knocks middle stump back. What a juicy delivery this is. Jagadepande! Oh, that's an absolute beauty, and I can hear the footsteps of Vinny Sandhu coming up the stairs. I'm sure that he'll have a look of gasp about him about this one. Mr. Maximo, welcome to the commentary hut.
I heard the death rattle, and it's hard to believe, but Rajshekhar, and you called it, from hero to a 0 in the space of 2 matches. That is cricket, isn't it? Summed up. What a good delivery that was. Bashar Ali, who went for a few in the last game, he's been right on target. And will we see our hat-trick hoodoo of 2022 finally broken? It's Abdul Asif, who didn't have a particularly good time with the bat earlier today. He's going to have to face the hat-trick ball. And those are 2 balls you feel were just right on target. LBW then bowled.
Absolute beauties. And well, would you put it against him? He's been so good. And I've been singing his praises all the time. I just think he's been fantastic. Not just with his bowling, he's taken some fantastic catches as well. Well, he moves to 8 wickets now for his team. He's right up there as one of the highest wicket takers. Can he finish?
What a ball to get first up, though. About the swing that he gets.
Hat-trick
swinging through the gate. Just spot on, top of middle.
He's finally going to get the hat-trick that's eluded us.
Yeah. Will we see it? It was finals day when we saw 1 drop, and here's Bashar Ali on a hat-trick.
Oh, he's a beauty. It's a juicy ball. Beats him outside the off-line. I suspect this is done a bit. Probably moved away a little bit. Really well bowled.
Yes, it's good stuff. He's gone for the cutter on that occasion. Beats the outside edge of Abdul Asif. It's about time Abdul Asif came good anyway. Not just the 2 wickets, there's only 1 run in this over. Single to Taranjit Singh. Still 1 ball remaining.
No ball called. And he had an issue with this in the earlier match against Alton when he just went over by a few millimetres. So this will be 2 runs, the no ball, and the one to the batter.
Yeah, so a release of pressure. And now you can see he's sending back the deep point, bring up the man at deep backward square. And they can change the field because that was a single change of batter, change of striker. I think he's going to go short outside the off stump, judging by that field position. Anyway, free hit time.
It's to the fielder, but he won't be out. Oh, it could be run out though. If he hits, he could be in trouble. Oh, well, how close is this? Well, I think looking at it at proper speed, I think maybe he's just got back. Brescia, they disagree. They think they've got their man.
Oh, direct hits are always interesting. Abdulaziz didn't read the room, didn't realise it was a free hit. He's just back.
Yeah.
Just back. But I tell you what, it was a hairy moment. And, well, yeah, Taran knew he hit it straight there. So you see Abdulaziz is ball watching and saying, what are you doing? And he's saying, well, it's a free hit. Turn around. And so, good bit of fielding. Goes unrewarded. All action in the first over. I'll make that 3 for 2.
Yeah, I mean, Brescia, they're really pumped, aren't they? They're well up for this. Showing no signs at the moment of being tired, lethargic, and playing all these games of cricket. They want to be in the big one. They want to be in this Group C final. They want to win that Group C final. They want to make sure that it's them, the Italian champions, that make it all the way to finals week. Oh, that's a beaut. What a beaut this is. Comes into him and then moves away.
Shadman Khan comes into the attack, and he's a man maybe lucky to be playing. He got a 1-match suspended ban for his reaction after taking a wicket in the last game, but he is available to play. He's got to stay on his best behaviour.
Probably will be a wide and has been called by Charles Croucher, the sheriff. He's now at the bowler's end. Shot, and this one is beautifully flicked away. Just getting it wrong on the legs, and just a lovely flick. 4 runs, so starting to get moving here. That was a nice shot from the man who really does now need to leave his mark, leave his imprint.
That's a good shot.
This championship.
They've still got plenty of time left to build this innings. You know, it was a horror start, but I would say you've got 2 big hitters there. I know we haven't seen the best of Abdulaziz for the most part with the bat this week, struggling with a bit of an injury, but I mean, so was Red Shaker in the last match they played.
Shorter, and not the best way to try and stop it maybe for the man behind the stumps there, Dulu, but doesn't go all the way to the boundary.
Foot attempted to stop from Dulu behind the stumps. Just gets away for 1.
In the air, Ali gets under it, the man of the moment, and no mistake. And Bashwat Ali is all over this scorecard at the moment, and Taranjit Singh, this is really disappointing. You need better from him in this situation. Wickets are falling. He's got to try and bat deep. He's got to try and stay there, but he goes for his shot, and no, you see, head is already up in the air, and all he's doing is scooping this up. Disappointment. Taranjit goes for 1.
Yeah, mistimed, that's the word, and it's better than a duck, but not much better. After 4 ducks, Taranjit falls in this crucial clash for just 1. Another early exit for the season campaigner. That's 3 early wickets now. Cluj are in some serious trouble, 9 for 3.
I mean, the way this has started is disappointing. But they have had troubles with the bat, we know that. Got to try and come back strong in this one. Can something happen here? I mean, this is going to be the one that Abdulaziz finally, when needed, performs for his team. As the new batter comes out. And,
this is Siva Perialwa, who first came into the side yesterday on Super Thursday, carrying a bit of an ankle injury. But can bat. They've got a fairly long batting lineup. They're going to need it, it seems.
Beaten. This time short. Banged into him, then moving it away. Good spell this from Shadnan Khan. And I'm pretty sure that Brescia have done this before anyway. I'm sure that Bashrat Ali will come back as well here. He'll want the ball back. It's this one, there's the man we're talking about doing the fielding.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to bring him back as soon as possible. Yeah, does like that new ball as well. End of the over, so that's 2 overs down. And the score is 9 for 3.
I think 10 with that single.
Yeah, 10, tick it over. Sorry, it cost you a run there, but yeah, so 10 on the board. And, well, they need a partnership here, don't they? They've had 3 come and go in the first 2 overs.
It's going to be Ali. So the last in the power play. Cluj, the Romanian champions, are in all sorts of trouble. Ali, Shiva, they do take the single. And look at this field. The 2 men out at the moment are both on the leg side, so that's where they believe that they're going to target Ali, and I just think the reason for that is it's a short ball that's coming here at some point, because normally he doesn't really bowl too short. And he comes. Oh, this could be gone. It is. And this time, Anand Shubh, the umpire, doesn't have to wait too long. He gives this straight away. Bashrat Ali, well, he's putting in a performance of his lifetime here at the moment. Let's see this. It goes wide. Yeah, that's just plumb.
That is out.
There is no way you're going to come back from this. Look at that. That's hitting middle.
Yeah, it's about the point of impact being on the left-hand side of the stumps. And Bashrat Ali says, yeah, well, I'm delivering at the moment. And he might look like the Italian answer to WG Grace, but he is looking pretty good out there in the middle. Abdul Azif, his miserable run continues with the bat. He has to go for 6. And now the score 11 for 4.
Yeah, this is just amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to call it early. I think we may even have a 5er here. He is bowling so well. I think every batter that's coming out that's going to that end, when Bashrat Ali's got the ball in his hand, is going to be quivering. This man, well, Vasu Sani, he's been good. He's been a consistent performer for them. So much now depends on these 2 out there. So much. It's really, you've got to say, this is the last of the recognised batters.
Yeah, we got Saini. You still got Mishra. For some reason, didn't bat Mishra before, towards the end of the first match today. Yeah, it's a tough one because he does get some that kind of cut away from you, get some to hold their line. He's just bowling with a lot of confidence. And you're calling a 5er. He's only got 3.
Yeah,
so you need to get 2 in 4.
Yeah, he's just bowling so well. Surely he's going to just keep that line. And the way he's getting those Yorkers in, Vinny, I mean, you know me, I'm always wanting to say to bowlers, get the Yorkers going.
Well, Saini, technically, is a very good bat. Let's see if he can handle Bashrat Ali.
Oh, this one beats him for pace.
And now you're thinking a bit defensively. How can you not be if you're going out there, if you're Vasu Saini? So you're also going to burn balls here. You imagine that you will. Hey, remember last time these 2 teams met? It was in match 2 of this week. And Cluj, a lot of people thought was an upset. And he put 91 on the board. They went, and that was enough. They were able to defend it. Brescia CC, the Italian champions, couldn't chase it down, so they'll get some heart from that. Need to get something competitive on there, though.
Yeah. No run there. He wants to try and get to the other end. Fielders coming in, attacking. Isn't it the difference? I mean, Brescia, now they're on a sort of a winning spell and they're on a high, everybody's got that spring in their step.
Yeah, and you see the difference in the approach from Saini. He's just almost happy to play this one out, knowing that he doesn't want to get out.
Yeah.
But then this means we're going to have a power play that's very, very low in the runs column for Cluj.
This is the 3rd, and he's made a meal of this. As soon as he starts moving here, the fielder, and that's Bashar Khan, the spinner, I thought he was going to miss this. He doesn't look confident. Look at him, arms and legs are all over the place, and he doesn't get down. Look, he's just not in position. and he lets this go past, and that's going to be very disappointing.
Yeah, well, Corey,
Ali.
you know you're in the fan zone. Go get the pen and paper out. This is about the spin. Second or third bounce. It'll break from the fielder's right to left. He didn't get the memo. So, we've got one more ball. You can kiss your 5 for goodbye. Does have 3 for 8, though. What a spell this is to start qualifier number 2 by Basharat Ali.
No run there either, so he will finish the 3 for 8. Should be 3 for 4, really. You consider there was a horrendous misfield there, but what a performance. 15 scored in the power play, but the big number is the wickets, 4 down.
Yeah, very, very good power play for Brescia CC, picking up 4 top order bats. We had a question for Thomas in the chat. Hello, Thomas Holton. He was asking for a replay of the first wicket. Well, the good thing about watching on YouTube is you can go back and you can have a look yourself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Natagodlo was the first man to fall. A bit of discussion about Shadnan Khan, who's about to come on to bowl his second over. Yeah, he was given 1 match ban, but it was suspended. So if he was to fall foul of the referee again, that would be added to whatever other penalty. A lot of people think he's maybe a little bit lucky to get away with it, Rico. I don't know if you saw that incident.
I didn't see it all, I have to admit. I know there's been talk about it. Yeah, I mean, it all depends. Just see this delivery first. Well, it depends on the eye of the tournament referee, and of course the report that the 2 on-field umpires would have reported back to him, just how serious they think it was. It could have been, I would say, maybe perhaps a level 1 offence, and therefore a level 1 offence doesn't carry an immediate suspension, but there is a warning, and it also is, you do it again, then you will be banned. Nicely played.
The issue is, for me, again, I'm not totally always up to date with the code of conduct, but I felt like there was some contact made between him and the batter. Whoever initiated that contact, I'm not 100% sure, but certainly was an incident that doesn't, I think, sum up the spirit this tournament's been played under.
Short and put away. It goes over, and that's what I like to see. He goes over the offside. A lot of batters would have opted to take on the leg side, especially when there's nobody in the vicinity of square leg, but he plays these on merit. This is a really nice shot.
Yeah, really nice shot. Is this the game where Seaver's going to come good? We've seen glimpses. Of course, he missed the first 3 days with an ankle injury that's been nagging him over the last couple of weeks. That was a nice stroke.
When he plays it to third man. No mistakes on this occasion from the fielder, Basha Khan.
Yeah, nice little guide down. So signs of a recovery here.
Look at the trousers there off the sheriff. I mean, there's something going on down there, isn't they?
Yeah.
His phone is ringing.
Ants in his pants.
His phone is vibrating.
It's like, you know those big inflatable things you put on the top of, for advertising? The big inflatable men.
Well, that just tells you that wind is... Oh, well, there you go. We're talking about the sheriff's trousers, and because of the wind, well, the wind is strong enough to knock the bails off. So, and all of it now, look at it now. It's completely stopped. That's what's happening here at the moment. The wind is coming and going. It's changing direction. Nicely played, but this time straight to the hands of that man there. Baba Hussain in that position, remember, he dropped, which was a dolly of a catch. That's something he wants to put behind him. How important that could have been. And that is the end of the over. So it is 22, but the key thing is 4 wickets down. They need to try and get this recovery. And you're absolutely right. I think the likes of Shiva and Abdullah Sith, they haven't really scored big runs before.
Yeah.
But if they can, I mean, they just got to be a little bit smart here. They can't be taking any risks.
They've got Saini there. Obviously, Sif has gone. Look, I'm going to try and get a catch here. We've got the kids down to the cricket school. Watch this. In it comes. Bang. And isn't that great that the kids, and where were you? You would know you were there.
Listen,
I'm just going to play a bit of catch
I'll tell you where I was. You're taller than me. You can see it coming.
Come on, one more. Look at it. These kids are so good. We've been training them. Here we go. Rico, you want one?
Here we go.
I'll do a Corey to you.
No,
Better
okay,
be quick.
Corey.
You've got 5 seconds.
Team catch. Come on,
there it
team
is.
catch. How's that?
There we go. I think you just missed it. Bad luck. All right. Here's the next one to start the 5th.
Good stop.
Yeah, that time is a good stop. It's been tough, hasn't it?
Who is
tough
it?
Going.
Well, tell me who it is.
Guess who?
Who's making the stop? It's only one man. Well, he's wearing the colour green because it is Mr. Evergreen. He just keeps going. He's up for this, isn't he? He's up for this.
Basha Khan's been so good.
One now here to Guyssss. And Sani, nothing there. No run. There's the captain there, Cluj Sergeant. And well, it's nice to have the College of Marbella here.
They're everywhere.
I'm going to move out the way so you can get your lovely smiles in for the camera.
There you go. Give the camera a big wave, guys. It's great to have you here. I'm glad the weather's held out as well. It's called the Costa del Sol for a reason. Normally it's a lot of sunshine. Today a few clouds around.
Well bowled again. That's that Yorker length delivery. And you get that right. Not too many batters are going to put that away.
And it's been great to have the kids in all week. It was a nice full delivery. And it got Siva reaching.
This time it just worked away on the onside. Mid-wicket's got a long way to come. There's nobody inside the circle there. So does well. Are they going to take him on here? Are they just thinking of rebuilding maybe until the end of probably the end of the 7th over, and then try from there to try and get the score to around about 80, 90. Well, this one's going to be really close, but just keep an eye. The umpire saying leg bias. I'd like to see this game. Was this outside the line?
Leg side, I think, just with the movement, taking it on. I think
going down the leg.
Maybe hits him just in line, but good decision. And so that's the end of the over. 26 for 4. Yes, here we are with the kids from Aloha College Marbella, and every week we have a different school coming as part of the Cricket School project. And you guys have been a pleasure. I have to say, I've really enjoyed everyone I've met from Aloha College Marbella this week. He's signing a few autographs this week as well. And we've been making signs. They've been out there in the middle. And so it's just great that you can be a part of it. And hopefully you enjoy the entertainment today. It's been great, hasn't it?
I've liked their artwork as well. There's been some great signs. And I'll tell you who've been absolutely chuffed by it. It's the Turkish champions.
Yeah.
Zedin Zafer. They were absolutely overwhelmed by the kids going up to them, wanting their autographs. And they've made some lovely drawings and paintings for them. So well done. Top work.
Yeah, they have been very creative. And I tell you what, Zayton Benazafa, they're in the house, by the way. You just see they've pulled up to the ground, so big welcome to them. And you see that Brescia CC, they've got a few smiles on their faces, but I've learnt, as you would know as well, Rico, you don't call games in the first half of the first innings because a lot can change.
Definitely not. I mean, anything can happen here, and especially if you keep finding boundaries. And well, this one, well, what's he done here? He's kicked this. Well, he's booted this a long way. Well, we've seen this before. I think it's probably already gone past the boundary.
I think he kicks it from the field. Look.
No, he doesn't. Oh, what's he done? Look at this. What is it? He needs to block here. You see, that's why not too many cricketers do play football. That's an own goal.
Yeah, it was an own goal, wasn't it? I suppose he wasn't getting there again. Sometimes you get players just not that comfortable going with the hands first. All right. 4, and a badly needed 4. For Periawa.
Shot. Oh, it's up in the air and it's going. And that's staying hit. Balle, Kinna, Sona. And well, we were talking about the Turkish champions. Well, there they are. They're in the house now and they're doing a bit of fielding already. They just can't keep them away from the cricket ball. They just love it.
Their fielding has improved a lot and it's improving even more. They're not even on the field now. Thank Brenner Zaffa, welcome to you. And Prague CC Kings also have arrived at the ground to watch the conclusion of finals day here in Group C, where we'll find which team will make it back for Championship Week.
Asking the question and shake of the head. Certainly.
Yeah, down leg side.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, going down leg side. It's just thumping into the pad. So, two batters there, just communicating with each other. Siva, he's moved into the 20s.
And nails of Mark Pilic right, getting a workout, as you'd imagine.
Got no pad with him today. Running hard, which is good to see. Trying to put the pressure on, and well, they do think about it.
They didn't go that far, even with the fumble. I think they were a bit worried they wouldn't make it back. Now look, what's their best case scenario here? I mean, they'll be about 40 off 6. 2 a ball gets them to 88, and they did defend 91.
That's what they'd be laughed at.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say
something you can bowl at.
Yeah.
Something you can bowl at.
Go down to third, but yeah, I mean, they'll be I mean, if they do get to a score between sort of 80 and 90, I mean, if something sensational happens, could be more than that. They'll basically be saying, look, we've had this match before, it wasn't a high-scoring one, and we won it, and we can do it again. And it also comes down to how much do they want to be in that final.
Yeah.
They get runs on the board, and even if they're slightly below par, they've still got the runs on the board.
Yeah, 40 for 4 after 6 overs. See how that tour ball takes them to 88. I think also the pressure of the chase. You know, I think it's a tricky little one to chase. You'd expect Brescia CC to do it, but, you know, you can imagine they might be a bit more conservative, knowing it's a smaller target. And last time, they got up to 90, but they lost by a single run to Cluj. Bashar Khan, he's come back into the lineup yesterday as Imran Naveed is still struggling with that injury. And he's been really clever the way he's bowled. Only 3 off his first over.
Yeah.
And he's back again now. It's just finding it really hard to time him off and get him away.
Yeah, look, I like the way he bowls because, I mean, okay, he could fly it up, but he knows there's always a risk of the big shot there. So he's sort of angling it in, and he's sort of keeping it pretty flat as well. See that again? He's almost darts it, and he's dipping. Not the best of throws for Brescia to have to deal with.
That's a good block by the bowler.
He does well.
Used the gluteus maximus to make sure that wasn't getting past him. He's got 3 more balls here, Bashar Khan.
Goes across, but I think from the way that shot's been played there, looks like it may have been going down leg.
Yeah, I mean, this is close. This is really close. I mean, yeah, maybe just going on, but if that gets given, I could understand what the umpire's thinking. Touch and go.
Yeah, I think it's probably just going to carry on to drift. This one is a mis-stumping.
Well, I'll give you a tip. He doesn't have to stump him. You know why? This has crashed into the stump. He's bowled.
There you go. He's bowled him. I didn't see that. Well, you see, that's the things. These stumps do camouflage quite nicely in that carpet. Well, they've got him. Well bowled.
Yeah, well, he was the quicker one again. And Sivakumar Periawa, he's trying to up the ante. Didn't get much. Let's have a look at it from front on. We'll get a better idea of what happened. Yeah, just crashes into that off stump.
Yeah, I'd like to see this again because when you see it go, I mean, we don't see the view of it, does it? Yeah. Okay, fair dues.
Yeah, there you go. Rico's convinced.
I'm convinced now. He had it well protected, but that's really well bowled. Look, he knows straight away. He's certainly mastered his art, hasn't he? And he's just getting the ball in the right place, making the batters make the mistake. Did he need to play that shot, Vinny? Did he need to go after him?
I feel like he needs to do something, though. I mean, they still have batting to come, and here's Mishra. I was a bit surprised we didn't see towards the end of the last game. Can't give it a whack. He's just going to have to deal with 1 ball from Bashar. She squeezes away for a single. And that will be the end of 7. So Brescia CC still well on top. Good spell from Bashar Khan. 1 for 5 off his 2. The score is 43 for 5. And, well, you can see exactly where we're at on finals day. We started the day with qualifier 1 between Carlton and Cluj. Carlton getting over the line by 10 runs. They booked their place in the final. And we saw Alton bow out, knocked out by Brescia CC in the eliminator. The second match of the day. So now these 2 teams, Cluj and Brescia CC, they're fighting for a place in the final. Coming up, last match of the week against Carlton. And the winner of that, of course, will get to come back to Championship Week. So a lot to play for. Geez, we've had some really entertaining cricket today, haven't we, Rico?
We certainly have. Don't worry, Johnny. John Woodward. I'm having a few carrots. I don't go the juice. I do the healthy style. I'll just have a carrot in between overs.
I'll tell you what we've learnt, though, is if I ever get bowled and you're umpiring, I'll be standing my ground. I won't be walking.
Listen, I'm a long way away from the action here, you know. And don't forget, the batter didn't look for where I am. The batter had it camouflaged. I just saw it ricochet back off the keeper.
We're back to try to avoid getting stumped. It was too late. Here's Mr. 100%, Abdul Safi.
Oh, well. This one goes past. It does hit pad on the way through, so
hard to get an LBW if you bowl that length from over the wicket.
Yeah, and it's on the up as well, isn't it?
Vasu has been a bit of a Houdini the way he's gotten Cluj out of some tight binds. I think this is his greatest challenge yet at the moment as we head into the last quarter of this innings.
Taking him on, a good throw and he's in trouble. Oh, well, even if it's a bad throw, because if it's right at him, The bowler just inquiring politely, but look, no, of course it's not. He doesn't change his line or anything. He gets hit by it.
Bounces off something. And Hamidullah Safi has been pretty good. Wasn't hit one of the biggest sixes I've ever seen this morning, but apart from that, he's been excellent for Brescia CC.
Good delivery, really good bowling. And they're just not taking the foot off the pedal, are they, Brescia here? They want this, they're hungry. And, every bowler that's come on, being well supported vocally by the teammates, by the dugout. They're up for it, they're fighting. They want to have another crack at Carlton. Safi gets that length again. Just so difficult to get away, isn't it, Vinny?
Been so consistent with that. The amount of times I see bowling at the end of the innings, and I'm thinking, look, you can bowl that ball 6 times in a row. You're going to have a good over, especially unless you have a batter that can really ramp and play that shot, which is a big, risky shot at this stage. Last ball, Safi's over. There's only 2 off it so far.
Can he finish well? Well, makes a bit of room for himself. They take 1, eyeing up the 2, but again, great pickup, good throw. He wouldn't have got there, only get the 1, end of the over. 47 for 5.
Oh, excellent, excellent over, including the leg by. There's only 4 off that one. And they're not even 50 after 8 overs. And you can trace this all back to the work of the opening bowlers, Bashrat Ali and Shanan Khan, who picked up 4 wickets in the power play. Cluj have always been playing catch-up since then. And now, here's a man that held his nerve last time around, Ali Raza Islam. He did bowl back in the 6th, went for 14 with a 4 and a 6 in there, but he certainly was good at the end of the innings last time. He's going to bowl over number 9. It all happens in the 9th, Rico.
Into the deck, does get a single. And, just plays this a little bit early. Sani, if he waits for it, he would have had the opportunity to try and get it past in between the man at 3rd and be backward point. It's so difficult, isn't it? I mean, they're bowling so well. They're not giving you anything. I've been impressed. There haven't been so many short balls halfway down the track. They've really got their lines right in this one. Kicked away.
Prakash Mishra in the chat. Prakash is hoping from one Mishra to another that Gaurav Mishra is going to come up with a bit of magic. At the moment, yeah, it's discipline and it's length. I think that's the length more than anything that Italy have got right in this innings.
Yeah.
And so now Vasu, he's been good hitting straight. I think that's what he'll be aiming for. But he needs something he can pick up.
Nice. Short and wide. Does get the batter having a go at it. But you don't need to be bowling there. Stick to what's worked. Not just for you, but for the other bowlers. Full and straight. They're just, I mean, that's what you can hear them saying. They're coming to the end, to the end. We don't want to get one bad over in here. Yeah. Just keep it tight.
And even when they do finish this innings, Brescia CC, it'll be a job only half done.
That's better. You see the difference it makes. Finishes, gets that right up there, just a single.
Starved him of boundaries in this innings. There's only been 4 4s and a 6, a single 6.
And the wide board up the 50, 51 it is now.
Yeah.
3 balls in this, the 9th, and then...
hard to see him getting out of the 60s, isn't it?
This is up in the air, watch the spin, he does. Keeps it to 1 again. You just get the feeling, don't you, that with Brescia after they didn't have the best of starts. They had those, we talked about that defeat to Cluj, that would have hurt them. And then against Alton as well. Alton made 120 in match number 5 and they got to 160. They batted first but 116 and Alton just getting it towards the end because of 1 bad over. And they needed to pick them up, themselves up. They did. The ton from what I was saying helped in that win against Sitting Bunazefa, but then they lost again. But that one, I suppose, it was one that maybe most people expected because it was against Carlton. But they have now started to put some results together. And the most important thing is, as we see here, not only are they starting to bowl well, the bowling was never the problem, but batters are starting to score runs. This one will go to the boundary. and it gets it past the man at square and goes all the way. So, well, I think you can tell us, Vinny, how long it's been since we've had a boundary.
Yeah, it's been a while.
A long time.
Well, the last boundary before that came off Paul 5.3, so it was basically 3.5 overs between boundaries for Cluj. That's only their 5th 4 of the innings, one single 6. 57 for 5 off 9. I think Raza Islam going for 23 off his 2 overs. They've been okay against him, but yeah, the other bowlers have been super tight. In fact, there's only 2 overs in double digits in this entire innings. The 6 went for 14, and that one went for 10 just then in the 9th. But apart from that, every single over has been under 10. So you know you're going to be in a bit of trouble. Some of them have been under 5 as well. And you got to say, when you win the toss and elect to bowl, this is exactly how you want it to work out if you're Brescia CC. Yeah. And now you've got Abdullah Safi coming off a very good death over in the 8th, coming back to bowl the last.
Straight to the fielder, good throw, he's in trouble. And well, they're asking, and I think he's going to be gone here. A great bit of work, great pickup, great throw. And, well, I think Ali Raza Islam has got him.
Yeah, what a good bit of fielding. I mean, nothing going right for the Romanians. And this is just hitting one stump from side on. And Mishra is going to have to go. Oh, what an excellent bit of fielding. I mean, Mishra is backing up. He's doing everything right. He goes straight away. It's going to have to be a sensational piece of fielding to see him removed. And there it was, hitting one stump. So Brescia CC really turning it on in qualifier number 2. What a great piece of work. Now it's 57 for 6.
Yeah, that's just fantastic from a man who's impressed. You said you were impressed with his bowling. Ali Raza Islam, I've been impressed with his batting. He hits the ball so well. His all-round performance has been great. And there's a sign of what he can do in the field as well. Excellent pick-up and throw. You saw the bowler, Safi, he's screaming. Hamidullah Safi is saying, come on, my end. Raza knew what he was doing. Direct hit, another one goes. And trying to beat the camp there. Of course, they have their opportunity to try and do the same to Brescia when they get out there. But they're not giving themselves any runs to play with.
So here's Nishant Devray. He's the man who they sent out at the end of that tense encounter with the Scottish champions Carlton. Left-hander.
Oh, he's giving this a whack. It goes all the way. Balle. Guyssss and Samir. Well, Samir does a little bit of the... Well, is he the new Corey?
Oh, no. We're going to have to start a counter on Samir. And as that's... Mejit Zaga is there, and he's wanting a catch. It's over him. Samir did everything right there, except hold on to the ball. Safi goes for Maximo.
This is hit pretty well as well. He would love to get back on strike. Well, let's try and put... Look, this is where I think you got to go. Go, run. I mean, he's got to get back on strike, hasn't he?
Here's the thing. They sent out Devray, remember, late in that game against Carlton, needing boundaries, and he wasn't able to make contact with the ball, unfortunately for him. And they've got Saini out there. I don't know, look, he's got 12 off 21, but to be fair, he's come at an awkward time, and they've bowled really well to him. They haven't given him too many boundary balls at all. He's just got a single boundary in his innings. They're trying to hold it together, and now they're out of time. It's time to go.
Shot, oh, it's another. What a pickup this is off his feet. Well, Safi goes for the full, and well, Sani is waiting for it, clips it away. 6 more, shaka time. Well, Prakash Mishra in Bulgaria saying we need a magical over to Cluj. Well, it looks like it could be.
Yeah, I mean, that is change of angle from Safi that I don't think he needed, because he's been really effective over the wicket, and now he will go back over. Sani just using the pace.
Got to 70, didn't see this coming.
Give it anything to get to 80 somehow. Big borrow was steal, 2 to come.
Oh, he's got him again, and it's 6 more. Guyssss, Gea, Shaka. Lucky, well, that's gone in the cube. There's nobody home, so you have to get it yourself.
It was a one-way ticket to the giant ice cube as Mishra finds his timing at a good moment. Again, he's using the pace of Safi. Doesn't hit the Yorker, and bang. That one will be nice and cold when it comes back. Saini finding it just the right time. Last ball, 76 on the board.
This is better. This is where he was before. He changed it. Goes for a single, but look, I tell you what, he's done his team a massive favour. Both these batters take nothing away from the big six and Deborah hit. Then he gets a single in Sani, where he finds his touch. Well, he's given his team something. 77 at one point. We didn't think they were going to get out of the 60s. So these two, they have shown a bit of fight. And again, the conversation they'll be having is, well, if only our top order fired. It didn't.
We have seen...
But take nothing away from that quality spell of bowling at the beginning.
Yeah, we'll see it in a second. But, I mean, we have seen these kind of scores defended, haven't we? Particularly in a cutthroat game as it is. As Sani and Devray get off the field. And then, look at this. We had all sorts of party action going on here in the commentary box. As the kids, they've enjoyed what they've seen today. Cluj, they impressed this morning against Carlton, but they didn't impress with the bat early on as 4 wickets tumbled into power play. It was all about that man, Basharat Ali.
Yeah, Ali was on fire. He gets something that he got the first, and then this one. Oh, what a beauty that was. If he just on fire, Anand could do nothing about it. The hero, 69 he scored in the match, the cliffhanger against Carlton, but he couldn't score anything here. Then there was this one, and well, they said, no, he's just made it back. But the troubles weren't over, though there were 1 or 2 nice shots. As if he got going. Shiva, he tried to play some big exotic shots, but I don't think there was any need for that. He was on 22 at the time. He just needed to be patient. He couldn't be patient. And Basharat Ali takes the catch, and then he cut. This one was absolutely plumb. Brilliant bit of bowling, and then he gets Abdul Asif LBW for 6 as well. He's saying he's all in my stride. At that point, I already was saying he was going to get maybe 5 wickets, but he was let down by the field there.
Yeah, they needed all the help they could get at this stage.
This one, well, kicks that over as well.
There you go. Sometimes, in other sports, you get to kick balls into the crowd and they can keep them. That was the only maximo to that point by Sivakumar Perialwa. And we would see 3 more late in the innings. And, well, you know, they were doing their best, having some fun. And what happened here? We had an absolute blowout. The kids are rolling down the hill, rolling around, having a bit of fun. Well, we've seen some going for a tumble today. Perialwa got bowled, and Bashar Khan delivering with the ball. They just could not get hold of him in his 2 overs. Not a single boundary of him. And then, well, with things looking very, very dire, 47 off 8 overs. They just got a bit of a wriggle on. They got 30 off the last 2. They lost Mishra along the way. But, yeah, these 3 sixes in the last over, even though one was dropped by Samir. At least it gives them something on the board. 77. Well, it's walking sticks to defend, 77. And, well, Cluj will have to do it, otherwise they'll be walking back to Bucharest.
Stop this strong Brescia side getting to this target of 78. Here's the first delivery, and he just keeps this inside tram line. So it's Abdul Asif. You can see he's one of many players in this finals day that are feeling some of the aches and pains. Bowling to Dulu. Ali Raza Islam is the non-striker. Goes up in the air with this carry. Oh, just dropped short, but that's really well done by the fielder out there. It's excellent fielding. Makes the stop once he realises he's not carrying. So he throws himself at it, stopped this ball going past him. Really well done. That's what they're going to have to do out there, Cluj. They're going to have to be brave. They're going to have to fight. They're going to have to throw themselves around. And if an opportunity comes their way, they're going to have to snatch it up. As if. Nicely played shot from Raza Islam. One thing I'd say, Raza Islam, that every time he just comes out there, from the moment he hits the first ball, it just sounds so sweet. His timing is absolutely marvellous. He always gets himself off the mark as well. He likes to just play one down, get off the mark, and then he will look to go big. This is cleverly worked away. Chase on for the fielder, not going to get there. And was giving us leg buys. I thought maybe he may have got a little bit on this. Just have a look at this. But I mean, it's still clever. It's always going down the legs. Yeah, I'm sure that's off the bat, you know. I think he'd be a little bit disappointed to see that giving us leg buys. Yorker delivery, this time no run. And, that's what Cluj have to do, you see, attack it, get the throw in, good backing up. It's nicely done, and Umar Ahmed Safi, the youngster, backing up. What a good series he's had. He's really been one of the shining stars. And here he is again. And oh, he's got a chance, and the batter can't pick himself up. A good throw, he's in trouble, he's gone. Oh, how unfortunate that is. And well, that's disaster. And he's down. I think he's okay. I think he's just more upset than anything else. Well, that's a big one. They needed something to go their way, and they've got it. Dulu here, he plays a shot, and then he gets stuck in his crease, and then he tries to get going, and down he goes again. McGear, follow. Oh, he goes down. Then he just couldn't recover, and then he charges, gets the dive in here, but he's not going to get there. And I was just talking about the youngster, wasn't I? Safi does it, puts the pressure on, and he assesses the situation well, gets a good throw in, and Dulu goes despite the desperate lunge there. Oh, you've got to say that's unfortunate. There's some conversation happening out there. I'm not really sure what this is about. What's happened here?
I'm just back. Maybe it's whether there's an appeal.
Oh, yeah, he has been given out, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they were
about
having a look, but I tell you what, he was well out, wasn't he, in the end? And there might be some discussion about, there was an incident a while ago where the batter trips over and do you run him out or not? I think when you run, it's your responsibility to keep your feet. If I have to be completely honest, it's called a run for a reason. And it's good awareness. Apple as if back to the stumps. And yeah, he gave it everything, but you see, it's a batless Dulu who finds himself in a bit of strife. And well, you need something to go your way, don't you? It was a good throw executed by Umar Ahmed Safi as well. So the first wicket goes down at 6 for 1.
Yeah, I mean, this is what they need. They needed an early wicket. They need a few, to be honest. But they have got one. They've got Dulu back.
I hope the pitch is okay after that, because Dulu, he gave it, credit to Dulu. He gave it everything he had to try and get there. He wasn't giving up. Well done by the Romanians to execute that chance. And yeah, survival of the fittest.
First over down, 6 for 1. They've got the one wicket. Kohli trying to get another. He's bowling to a man that I've been really impressed with, the talented Baba Hussain, the only man to have registered 100 in this basketball European Cricket League. In fact, he's the only man so far this year in European Cricket Network to have scored 100. 102 not out at worst.
What do you think about that run out, though?
In what sense?
Some people may say it was a bit cruel to run him out, but it's not like the run was an obvious run, right?
Yeah, it's not cruel at all. It's unfortunate. This one is unfortunate. Cluj that it goes in between the two fielders. So 4 runs. So Baba Hussain, he's off and running. And, he is a class act. No, I mean, look, it's unfortunate. These things happen. He's tripped over. He just hasn't been able to get his balance. And he has to go. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, it's bad luck is what it is for the batter. But yeah, I don't think it's not the spirit of the game.
It's a bit like how many of those, your favourites when the bat plugs.
Yeah, true.
Oh, it's in the same area again. It's not a good line for Kohli to be bowling. And somebody of the class and calibre of Baba Hussain, well, he's going to put these away even in his sleep, isn't he?
Yeah, it's ill-directed. Just gives him something he can get inside. Just turns it off the hip. Good batting. Kohli's got to sort this out quick.
Bowling down the wrong line. Got to get that ball outside the off stump. He's got to pitch it up. Do what Brescia did for the majority of their innings. Get those Yorker length deliveries in. It's a better one.
Yeah. I remember a run out yesterday where we had 2 bats in the crease and no batters. Trying to think of the weirdest run-outs we've had this week. The one where one batter dropped his bat turning for the second. The other batter came down his plug. Yeah. So we had 2 bats, and 2 bats and no batters.
Yeah, all at the same end. And then the wicket-keeper gives the wrong bat to the batter. He said, no, that's not mine. I don't want it. Short. Work to be done here by Taranjit.
Oh, what game was that yesterday? That was hilarious. Yeah, it was one of the Alton games where it said, oh, here, I think it might have been Pillai that was run out from Scotland. But Keith goes, here's your bat. And he said, that's not my bat. That's the other bat.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, this is easy. I got one for you after this ball.
Okay.
I'll wait for this ball.
Coley coming in for the last of his first over. And this is worked away as well. But don't get it in the gap. Safi gets the throw in. I do like Safi's fielding. He's just absolute lightning.
Yeah.
And you know, you got to have a go. I think you do. You can pick up a wicket here. Send another one back. Look, you see, he would have been in. In fact, this hits the back, the foot of the wicket here with the back.
Yeah.
Look, talk to us about what's happening next week.
Yeah, well, I'm going to come back to that in a second. But Group D, Group of Death, VSC Rotterdam, we talked about them a fair bit, of course, because they're defending champions. MSC Frankfurt from Germany, Albi Salmi from Sweden, Austin Exiles from Belgium, Malta Super Kings from Malta. Oh, it's going to be a huge week. Petersburg Sporting, I think they're going to have their work cut out for them dealing with those 5 teams. And Group E is still to come. We've got teams from the Netherlands as well as Jersey, Spain, Portugal, Greece and Cyprus. Smorgasbord of cricketing action still to come in ECL 22. Pushes, get sent back. So here's my question, and I've looked at this and I don't see it anywhere in the laws.
Yeah.
So say that say the batters collide and or say there's that bat on the ground. It's not your bat, but you've dropped your bat. Can you pick up the other guy's bat and run with it? As we see the next ball, it's going to be 1 bounce, 4 again. Just getting angled in a little bit too much towards the batsman. Ali Raza Islam, he gets 4. Not good bowling.
Can you pick it up, Ron? Yeah, I'm sure you can. It'd be interesting if he picks it up and then dives and gets himself in, but it's not.
That's
not
what I'm saying. So if you're sliding a guy's bat that's not your bat, are you in or not?
This is a nicely timed, or is it? No, it's not. It goes into the hands of one of the top fielders of Cluj, Masusani. Well, it was more of a timed effort rather than a big hit, but it doesn't go to plan. So Ali Raza Islam, who normally times the ball really well, gets this one wrong, and he chips up a catch. Still needed to be taken. See this here? This is the sort of shots that he's been playing all the time, and he normally gets them right, but this one just doesn't come off the middle of the bat.
No.
The timing's not there. Catch is taken.
Bat turns in his hand slightly. Vasu's picked that really quickly. Such a good pair of hands. He's had a good week, Vasu Saini. And takes that catch, and just got to keep hoping you can keep picking up wickets, remove the dangerous hitters, and take this game deep. Brescia CC lose a second, and it's 20 for 2.
Yeah, I mean, look, we always say you pick up 3 wickets in the power play, and anything is possible. And that's exactly what's happening here. Nice to see Taranjeet and Baba Hussain sharing a word, a polite conversation between the two men that probably admire each other's talents.
John Woodward thinks that's fine. Batters can swap bats while on the pitch, so why not during running? Yeah, fair point. I mean, I don't have an answer. I know that in hockey, in field hockey, there is a rule called your own stick rule, which is that if you collide, that's true, you cannot get up and play with someone else's stick. It's always a good rule in life.
That's nicely played, gets a single.
What about if you have 2 bats? There you go. Can you run with 2 bats? Pick the other one up as you're running, and swimming freestyle, double barrel dive. Can you pull a stump out and run with that? It's just anything you're holding. These are my questions.
No, I don't think.
Been doing this too long now.
Oh, it could be another. And this is a big moment. And down it goes. And the big man, well, Baba Hussain has given his wicket away in very similar fashion to that of Ali Raza Islam. Big moment. They have taken 3 wickets in the power play. And you know what I'm going to say? Game on.
Well, it is game on. And that is a big man to have back in the shed. Remember, they defended 91 last time successfully against Brescia CC on Monday. It's going to be even tougher to defend 77, but we have seen these scores defended before. There's no way that Mishra was letting that one get away. Baba Hussain has got to go, and it's 21 for 3.
Asif, what a comeback from him in this over. We knew that something had to happen. Somebody had to deliver. He was, and is their leading wicket taker. Started this match with 6 wickets to his name, but now, well, he's picked up a few more. He's got the big wicket for Baba Hussain. You know, I get the feeling here, Vinny, from those shots that I've seen played, I think that Brescia here are just thinking we don't have to play big shots. They're trying to change their natural, ruthless style, and is getting them out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I also think trying to elevate in the power play would be the way to go about it. I mean, they do bat fairly deep, but everything you'd think would have to go right for the Romanians from here on in to defend this, but just got to try and keep that runs required above the balls left for as long as you can. Currently it's 57 on 43.
Oh, running on a misfield, and he's got to get back. Well, we're asking about what he can do with the bat. This one, well, he starts it one way, turns it around, and ends up with a handle pointing downwards.
I know you can turn your bat upside down and run with it, so I know that. How does he end up like this? See here, if this hits, he's gone. I mean, just loses the handle on it. There you go. That's not the end that I should be holding.
He's worried
Imagine if that hits.
Yeah, he's worried about the bat coming out of his hand rather than getting to the other end.
Didn't get back to the stumps there either. So end of a very entertaining power play. 22 for 3 off 3 overs. Tell you what, you've just got to keep plugging away if you're Cluj. Now they're going back to Coley, who only 10 came off his first, but there were a couple of loose deliveries. You've got Hassan Akbar out there. Now, it's Shadnan Khan.
You know, the game with Cody, you know what I'll be doing here? You know what I'm going to say? Go on, who would I've gone with here?
Tarjit?
Yeah. Without fail.
Oh, no, there's nobody home. He's got to hit him.
Hits, he's gone. And that's the only way he was going to get back. And that is so close. And just running into trouble at the moment. Shadnan Khan. This is what pressure does. They put pressure on themselves. And now it's rubbing off on the batters out there in the middle.
We've been out by some distance. You see, for some reason Coley had followed through like Dennis Lilly. He was nowhere near getting back.
This time they do go, and the communication is better. Well, those walkie-talkies are now tuned in to the same channel. Yeah, I mean, I would have gone for Tamanjit purely for one reason. You can split the field and putting the spin on, you put pressure on these batters. You sort of say to them, well, look, if you want me, come on, go after me.
Sure, we'll probably see him next over. Here's Coley for now. Maybe the seam is working so far, so I think, okay, Coley, is he a man you want to bowl at the end? Probably not. He's kind of a first half bowler, I think, because of the length he bowls. So, yeah, I think it's worth the punt at the moment.
Are you surprised with the, I'm going to say, the lack of trust that Brescia have given to Imad Khan?
Good question. Oh, no,
get him. Oh, well, where's he walking here? And now they show, where's this gone? Everything is happening out there. I mean, if he hits here, he's out. But then everybody's watching that. Nobody's watching where the ball's going, including the batters. They do eventually get. This is the most unusual run that you'll ever see. It will go to the batter. Look, here he's gone. Misses, and the keeper here when he goes, whoopsie, through it goes.
Has this been out? Or maybe it was back, I don't know. Natagotla somehow lets that get through him. That must have been close to hitting the helmet as well.
What a good stop that is. Could you imagine if that went to the boundary? That would have been the most unusual fall you'd ever seen.
Self-inflicted wounds all over the place at the moment.
Just wide of the field, and this will be 4 runs. This shot here will really calm a lot of nerves out there. Those two batters having a chat and saying, "Oh, yaar, ki kar raha? Jaisi dorna thi ikkathe call kariye. I mean, up a jijo."
Let's just hope they're speaking the same language, because at the moment it doesn't seem like they are. Yeah, it was a good shot. There wasn't too much wrong with the ball from Coley. Add 2 wickets to the score at the moment. That's sometimes something we talk about in cricket. This game's still hanging in the balance.
Well bowled. Well played as well, actually. Good bit of cricket there as we get to the end of the 4th over. And, well, it's 29 for 3. 4 overs gone. And certainly, at the moment here, you'd have to feel that if Cluj will be feeling, if we get one more wicket here.
They are walking a tightrope at the moment, Cluj, because they could fall off at any moment. Flurry of boundaries, and you just feel like that would break their spirit.
Yeah.
But at the moment, they're doing their best to stay in the game. Now, it looks like they're going to Sayani here, which again surprises me a little bit. He's a bit of a late bowling specialist. Maybe they're worried they won't go that far. I would have thought maybe Taranjeet would be worth a punt at this stage. You have to be brave. You have to trust all your bowlers. But, wow, we've seen a lot of action so far. And the first 4 overs of this chase.
Good start, tucking up the batter.
Hello to Nazmul Haq, who's watching from Venice, no doubt. Hello, Nazmul. I hope you're well. It's great to see you. Last time at the ECS Super Series, Italian Super Series.
Hello, Nazmul. Lovely to hear from you. We're doing very well, thank you. Certainly enjoying a bit of a roller coaster match here.
He does wonders, that Venezia club as well. Very proud club. Oh, jeez.
This is it, I think.
I'm glad you only get some camera angles. We get to see the whole field. And there's a lot going on. We might need about 30 more cameras to cover everything at the moment. I mean, just has a throw anyway. Adegotla can't handle it. Tries to boot it. Somebody scrambles and picks it up. It looked like they might have given away another overthrow.
You just get the feeling that, okay, field change here. Fine leg has been pushed back. Third man being brought up. Not sure about that move, but he's obviously got a plan. Is he going to try the short ball? Is it a bluff? It's a bluff because he goes for the slow one and it's been picked up by the batter. It goes all the way over. 6 carreras, manos arriba, arbitro, porque eso es 6 carreras.
Had success with his slower ball, Vasusani, but he knows straight away it's gone. Doesn't even turn around. It's a gamble to go after this because if you get the timing wrong, it's skied and it's a chance.
Yeah.
The gamble pays off. 6 runs to Brescia CC.
Just a little bit of discussion going on here. I think that's the Anand Chub just saying to the bowler, just going to have to wait a minute. It's probably something that the scores are just being verified or being updated. And, but yeah, I mean, that was a big shot. You can see that what Sani's done. He's got this to move away. One thing I want to touch on that is just how important. Go back to the wicket keepers again. I mean, I'm not saying that Adegotla's not a good keeper, but I think to the pace of, say, Sani, you'd have the keeper up, I would, because it keeps the batters in the crease. Because that slow ball, he's come right the way out of his crease to play it.
Yeah,
but I think if he's standing up,
yeah,
he's not going to do that.
That's a good point. He's good enough to be able to do it. Yeah, I suppose it makes it even a little bit more effective if you can do that. Just a chance while they're working on technical issues in the background to welcome you once again. And look, thanks again for all the good chat. And Lily Pandas come up with one of the best jokes. She said she's come up with 2 jokes in her life. This is a Scottish-themed one. Of course, we've got the Scots here today.
Tell us.
What do you call a bunch of Scottish comedians?
Don't know.
A Billy colony. That's good, isn't it? Well done, Lily.
That's very good.
That's good. Give us your best jokes. Look, we're back.
Very good.
All right. The dot for Saini.
Okay, what's the other one? You said there was 2.
No, she hasn't told us the other one. She
Okay.
said she's only
Come
come
on,
up with
Lily.
2 jokes in her life, and that's the best.
That's the best.
That was a pretty good one.
Before the end of today, we'll have the second one. Yeah, that is nice. I like that one. Sani wants a breakthrough.
4 dots and a 6 so far. All things considered, that's not too bad if you can avoid any damage on this delivery.
Yeah, he definitely was the pick of the bowlers against Carlson, wasn't he? He's performed well. He's always created issues and created opportunities for his side. Good stop. Could have. If that gets past Adegotla, that's 4 runs.
I think that's a good over. I think it was just 6 off it, and they all came in one hit. And it's the end of 5. Brescia CC. They are 35 for 3 at the halfway point. They're just a little bit behind where they need to be, but certainly no cause for panic. That rate required, 8.6 and over. But yeah, very good first half. Cluj fighting for their lives. And Imad Khan, you asked me a question about him. I think it's just that it hasn't got going from this week, so that's why he's lost his top. I think it's not so much that they wanted to drop him down, but I think they just thought they've got players more informed, like Ali Raza Islam, that have gone up and taken his spot essentially at the top of the order. But he's still in the side, of course. He'll be hoping if he gets an opportunity that he can get Brescia CC home.
Big throw of the dice, this.
Yeah.
Big throw of the dice.
Yeah, they're going to Umar Ahmed Safi, the youngster. So sticking with pace. He bowled one over earlier today, the last, and it was a pretty expensive one. It's a big vote of confidence in the youngster. Here we go.
Well struck in 4 runs, just over pitching. And what I like about this shot, he doesn't try and hit it too hard, Shadnan Khan. He's just finds the gap, hits it nicely, hits it sweetly, taking no risk, just over pitching the young bowler, and waits for it and times it perfectly. 4 runs.
Yeah, gotta say, I love Safi, don't get me wrong, but I'm a bit surprised they've gone to him before someone like Taranjit Singh, especially as they're running out of runs, running out of time.
Takes a single, you happy with that? That's 5 off the over. They need just under 9 and over. But of course, that could all change either way, because 1 good over and the old wicket of 2 here, that goes up. A magical over for the batting side, Brescia. And that comes down to trying to run a ball. Short and punished. 4 runs. And it tries to get the quicker ball in here, but also bangs it in short. And that's just a little bit of inexperience. And it's nice to see that straight away the likes of Taranjit and the experienced players come over to the youngster and say, look, don't worry about it, head up. Doesn't matter, because you get us a wicket here, or you finish the over well, we're right back in this.
It's just been mostly too short today, but first one was too full. That was an overcompensation. He's got to get his length right, Safi.
Better delivery, and once again, not the best of running. In comes the throw. They do get there this time.
Watch that gap. Currently 7 between runs and balls. And they started this over. They've snuck a few in, so the gap's narrowed from the start of the over when it was about 12. So you need to find a way to get some dot balls in here. Sign will probably come out next again.
Nicely played this time.
Singles just keep that steady. Just trying to dodge boundaries at this stage. If you're Cluj, won't be easy against these two as they become more set. Someone like Imad Khan to come in next as well, so staring down the barrel. If they get away with this with just 1, then I think they're happy, Cluj.
Short again, and it won't be. It's a big one. Balle, balle, balle. Gaya, shaka. Lagya. Well, that one unfortunately was a Gandhi ball, and the Gandhi ball gets dispatched. 6 more.
Yeah, it's just too short, isn't it? He's waiting on it, and Hassan Akbar goes bang right into Sports World. That shot was out of this world. Brescia CC fans breathing a little easier after that over, which costs 17. It also brings up the 50 with that last strike. 52 for 3 after 6.
Yeah, I mean, it was a gamble. And I said that they're really rolling the dice here, trying to get Safi over there. But this is the man I was calling from at over 4. Well, he's coming on here now. When they go after him.
Over too late? They don't have to really, do they, either?
No, they don't have to.
Down that gap's now only 2 between runs and balls. You need some sort of magical over as a bowler now, where you keep it to 3 or 4, pick up a wicket or 2. Can Taranjit be that man?
Played along the ground. Yeah, they're quite happy. You can see both these batters at the moment being very careful to choose wisely. There's shot selection, keeping the ball on the deck, not taking any risk at all. I'll just be interested to see if Taranjit just tries to float one up outside the off. Just tempt the batter to go straight. And he still darts it in.
No sense of panic at the moment, is there?
No, and this is why I'm saying that I'd be saying to Taranjit, okay, we know all they're going to do when you fire that one in. They're just going to clip it round there, float it up outside the off, see if they come out. Wicketkeeper's also standing up. Short, and this one goes all the way. 6 runs. Gandhi ball Sigi. Shaka Lagya.
Yeah, it wasn't what the doctor ordered. Happy to knock him around for a couple of singles, and this one was flat. It was hit hard and into the gap. So if that was at the fielder, there's a chance of a catch. It was into the gap. The result, half a dozen.
This one's played the back foot, and good stop there from Taranjeet. Good calling also on the non-striker. Shatnan Khan saying no, stay where you are. This one back down into the ground and will be picked up by the keeper. End of the over. And well, Taranjeet does come in. He goes for 9, and, which included that one big 6. But now it's definitely wickets they need. Now this is maybe where perhaps as a captain you get a bit brave and say, right, okay, let's bring everybody in. Let's really put the pressure on.
Yeah, maybe worth a gamble. You can see that the winner of this game plays Carlton, the Scottish champions, in the final, which is starting in about an hour and 35 minutes right here on the European Cricket Network. Make sure that you set your alarm on your phone or your watch or whatever you're doing, because you don't want to miss that. That is for the 3rd place in Championship Week, joining Tunbridge Wells from England and Brigade from Ireland.
Shot, and this goes big. Well, they don't need to take any risk, but if it's there, they're not going to hold back. This is a delightful hit. Absolute beauty. And now Shatnan Khan saying, well, Akbar, I'm going to catch up with you a bit. Gaya, riba, shaka la gaya.
Yeah, just went up with it as well, didn't he? They're closing in.
Gets this one through. Fight back from Sani. He won't like that. I mean,
He's had a really good week. He's been calm but competitive. He's done what's been asked of him. I think he's improved a lot as a cricketer.
Yeah.
He just needed something over the last few years, I think, to take his game to the next level. He's a lot better player than he was back in ECL 19.
Goes for another one, but he gets lucky here. He goes over the infielder. They should come back for 2, and now this is Akbar saying, you had your opportunity. Now I want to have a go at one. Well, okay, good luck, because Wasusani ain't that easy to get away. Good partnership from these two. I mean, they came together at a difficult situation, didn't they? They would have had a bit of pressure on them. There was a time when Cluj were pumped up. They were on a high. 21 for 3. That's when the last wicket fell. It's nicely timed, and they'll just gently stroll for a single. So that partnership, there you go. You have it on your screen there. I think you can add one more to that now, probably at 48.
I've got to say, Brescia CC felt they were going to come at some point. Didn't have a good start to the week. They squandered 2 winning positions on day 1. Not making the top 3. They've had to do it the hard way.
And he gets plenty on this, and this goes over the boundary as well. 6 more. So they're trying to do it in style here, trying to finish it off in this over. Nicely hit. That's an up and over. They know that that man there in the circle, he's not going to cause any threat if you hit it well, and that's exactly what they're doing. Taking him on at the moment.
They can win it with the boundary now.
It's a wide delivery. So,
got to say, one thing I've really enjoyed is not just the Cluj uniforms, which I do love, but all of the Cluj guys, and to see how much this means to them. They've really been competitive. This is a team that did not win a single game back in their previous European Cricket League. Got a long way. This one will tie the scores, I think. Takes us to the end of the 8th over as well. So that's 8 overs down. It's 77 for 3. And any score now wins it for Brescia CC. So look, obviously it didn't really come together. They got an early wicket trouble in this game, but you know, I think of some of their characters and some of the additions that they've got to their lineup compared to the team we saw in 2019. And they've run really deep in this tournament, even without someone like a Taranjeet really firing with the bat in some of the big games. But the form of Rajshekhar, who's a new addition, and I have liked watching him and Perry Alwa, Mishra, Nadigotla, and Saini. These players that we have seen before in the European Cricket League, but just taking things to a new level. So, and wishing them all the best. As any score win now for Brescia.
And that'll do it. They're going to do it in style. Just one bounce boundary, 4 runs, and that's the game. So Brescia, they continue their amazing run. Well, don't clap too hard. Well, I think that's the lead there. He's already got a bandaged hand. Don't want to hurt that too much. But look, it's been a good performance here from Brescia, because what they have shown is even when they're under a bit of pressure, then they were under a bit of pressure, 21 for 3. they are able to recoup, even once the big batters have gone. Dulu and Raza Islam and Baba Hussain all went early. And these two, well, they showed that they have got that depth that maybe is what you need when they go up against Carlton. So congratulations to Brescia. They've booked their place in the final. But yeah, Vinny, I'm going to say well done also to that team there, Cluj. I think they've been amazing. You've mentioned some of the players, but I think as a team they've been brilliant, not just on the field, but look away from the field, the way that they've intermingled with the other players, the way that they've been with the school that's been here. They should be very proud of what they've done. Remember, they've never had won an ECL match. They've won matches here today. And I'll take my hat off to all the players, and also to Hutsu, and also Mark there as well. And we spoke to Mark, the manager, earlier, and it was lovely to hear from him. And all I'm going to do and say to finish off with about Cluj Romania, what they have done is brilliant, and they're making sure that all that good work they're putting in on the field of play is also rubbing off to cricket growing in Romania as well.
Yeah, well said, Rico. And now we know who will be playing off for that spot in Championship Week. It's Carlton, the Scottish champions, taking on Brescia CC from Italy. That game starting in an hour and a half right here on the European Cricket Network. You don't want to miss it. Will it be the side from Scotland or the side from Italy? As well, Pavel Florin again saying congratulations to Brescia and heads up to Cluj. Well, it was heads up for Dulu, who had to go batless, and in the end he couldn't quite get there. The big man had to repair the footmarks after that, but just every time Cluj got in the game, Brescia CC able to find the boundaries and just not able to get enough early wickets, I think, to put pressure on Brescia, as they were only able to skewer the 3 wickets. That was one of them. Saini, nice catch taken there. He's had a good week, but ultimately Brescia would overhaul this target in the 9th over.
Yeah, they would, and this was the other highlight really in this innings. It was the catch from Mishra when they got another wicket, and at this point they all came to a huddle and said, look, we've got the 3 wickets we needed in the power play. Maybe we can cause a huge upset. This one would have been interesting, but look, it goes through the wicketkeeper, Danny Gotler.
That doesn't hit Danny Gotler's pad on the way through. That goes to the helmet. That would have been 6. It would have been 5 actually. But oh look, Brescia, this is what I'll say. On the first day, they squandered 2 potential victories. Since then, they have not lost except for once to Carlton, where they almost defended 82 on Wednesday morning. So, they're on a 4-game winning streak. They knew they had to win 4 in a row from Super Thursday onwards to qualify. Well, they've gone 1, 2, 3. They have 3 wins and now a magical 4th over the Scottish champions. We'll see them through, representing continental Europe as the first team from the continent to qualify for Championship Week.